You will either suffer the pain of discipline today or the pain of regret tomorrow. And let me tell you, regret weighs 1,000 times more. I still remember the first time those words hit me. It wasn't from a book or some motivational seminar. It was from life itself, a true reality check that slapped me in the face. And if you're listening right now, I want you to walk with me through this story, because it might sound like your story too. When I was younger, I had two close friends. We grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same schools, and even had the same dreams to build a successful life, to travel the world, to make our families proud. One of them, Daniel, was disciplined. He woke up early, studied hard, worked out, saved his money, and stayed focused, even when distractions called his name. The other one, Mike, Mike loved shortcuts. He always said, "Life is too short to stress, man. Enjoy it while you can." And me? I was somewhere in between, torn between discipline and comfort. At that time, regret was invisible. You don't see it immediately. It hides, it waits, and it builds. Discipline is never easy. Daniel used to say no when the rest of us were saying yes. No to late night parties before exams. No to wasting money on things that only gave temporary joy. No to scrolling for hours when he had goals to hit. It looked boring to us back then. We laughed at him. We even called him Grandpa because he lived like he was too serious for his age. But what we didn't realize was that discipline was silently paying him dividends, while regret was silently stacking up for Mike. Fast forward a few years. Daniel had graduated with top grades, landed a job that opened doors to bigger opportunities, and was building a side hustle. Mike? He was still figuring things out. The parties were fun back then, but when the music stopped, the bills were still on the table. I remember one night Mike called me, voice shaking. He said, "Bro, I wish I had done things differently. I wasted time, and now I don't even know where to start." That was the night regret spoke out loud. And the weight in his voice was heavier than anything I had ever heard before. Here's the truth. Both discipline and regret demand a price. Discipline asks you for small, consistent sacrifices. Today, waking up early, studying when you don't feel like it, saving instead of spending, exercising instead of binge watching. Regret, on the other hand, comes later. It doesn't ask for small sacrifices. It takes everything at once. Your time, your confidence, your peace of mind. That's why they say, the pain of discipline weighs ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. Today, Daniel is living the life he built brick by brick with discipline. Mike is still battling to rebuild. And me, I decided I couldn't let regret win. I started making small but consistent changes. I chose to pay the price of discipline instead of drowning in the price of regret. Because here's the reality, you don't get to escape pain. You only get to choose which pain you want. So if you're listening right now, I want you to ask yourself, which price are you paying today? Here's the moral. Discipline is temporary pain. Regret is permanent pain, and the choice is yours. Take action now. Start small, but start today. Because tomorrow's freedom is built on today's discipline. If you got value from this, hit that like button. Subscribe for more powerful life lessons. And if you have any questions, please post them in the comments section. I'll be reading and replying to as many as I can.